Hello everybody, I'm giving you a quick video here about this thing with the flashing light. I love flashing lights, by the way. I'm not joking. If I'm gonna buy a piece of guitar gear and it's got a flashing light, it is way more likely to go home with me than not. But this thing is kind of all the rage right now, or at least it's one of a few items that are really on the cutting edge of guitar technology. And we're just gonna look at it. That's what we're gonna do, is we're just gonna stand here and look at it. And essentially what it does is it takes every single pedal, guitar pedal, and every single amplifier and every single guitar effect, so echoes or wah-wah or whatever it is, and packs it digitally into this thing and just crams it with powerful processors so that it works great, and essentially eliminates the need for a whole bunch of other things. And what if there's a pedal that you want to use or an amplifier you want to use that it isn't built into it? Well, you can sample it and then have it digitally, or if that's impossible, you can actually kind of loop it in and with some cables. I'm not going to bore you with that, but just saying that this thing is really quite something. So it is actually going to replace all this, and it's going to replace that thing, and it may replace a few other things too, but it's more than just a replacement for those things. It's also going to give me a lot more potential to do things I haven't done before. First of all, it's got tons of sounds in it that I can't currently access unless I spend another $500, another $1,000, $1,500, whatever. And so it's much better to have it this way. But also, I don't know if you can tell, but it's roughly the size of a medium-sized laptop. A little thicker, but maybe not quite as wide. And that means I can basically just put it in a bag, throw it in the car, and just go anywhere, plug it in, and play. It reproduces everything. The amplifiers and the effects, and it even works with my voice and does all of that. It'll play my backing tracks and that sort of thing. If there's other people in the band, I can plug them into it and they can play through it and that sort of thing. So it's really quite something. So this is something that I'm debuting tonight. For those of you who are familiar with Second Life, I will be playing it at Tricksters tonight. And you know what? Because I've worked really hard on trying to sort of match what I already had, you're not going to actually hear that much difference. It's not going to be like, oh, that is a very different thing. But what it means is I can do all this and all this with just that. And so that should be the beginning of something kind of cool. And if you can't make it to Tricksters, because you're not in Second Life, or you don't know what that means, or you saw it on The Office or CSI and you're like, no thank you, check back here on Patreon. I always upload the archive of every virtual or internet or Second Life show that I do, so that members can listen to it afterwards if they couldn't make it to the show. But anyway, it's small news in terms of the progress of the musical projects I'm working on, but it's big news to me.